Hello, welcome to part 2 of this video. We're working with our sixes in the Minor Arcana, and for this part of the video we're going to be weaving some stories specifically with our sixes. The reason that I like to share with you the practice of weaving stories is because these cards have specific meanings, specific essences, specific symbology, and when other cards appear in a spread, it can deepen their meaning, change their meaning. So that's the purpose of weaving stories, really to get you to know the cards and to deepen your understanding of their meanings and open your own intuition, to start trusting yourself as you look at the cards and allow yourself to feel what the cards are. I shuffled the cards minus the sixes with the specific intention that I would pull 3 cards. I would have the Six of Cups in the second position, 1 card in front and 2 cards behind. So I laid them down from left to right. So we're going to read them from left to right. Okay, and we come up with a spread of 4 cards: the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So when I look at this, I know that the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, it's a slow moving energy, steady, not chaotic, very thoughtful. The Knights in Tarot represent communication and information. And we know that the Pentacles have to do with earthly physicality and finances. So this energy is a slow-moving, stable energy. And we move to the Six of Cups, which we know is about relating and cooperating. And right next to it, we have the Two of Cups. This is a pretty good omen because the Two of Cups we know is about choices and planning and partnerships, the water element. So we have a lot of emotions going on here, a lot of memories. And then we see the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, this is an air element, and 8 has to do with movement and manifestation. But when you look at the 8 here, the Eight of Swords, this person is bound and blindfolded. This is typically something going on mentally. And again, many of the swords in tarot, the cards depict water. And that water is because thought and emotion, they go together, right? So this shows someone who's really bound up and not expressing something. They're stuck in their head and there's no movement going on here. So this could mean that your querent, there's someone from the past thinking about them, maybe would like to make a connection, but they just can't make themselves do it. They're stuck in their head and they're not getting out of their head to move forward and make a connection or look someone up. Maybe your querent is going to a reunion or going home to visit, and this kind of a spread would let you know, oh, someone's having a hard time making the decision to reach out. Maybe your querent is having a hard time making a decision to reach out. So we're going to switch some of these cards around, and what we'll do is we'll put the Eight of Swords first and the Knight of Pentacles last. Okay, now let's see how this changes the flavor of the reading. So here we begin with an individual bound. They're blindfolded, they're bound. You know, it's like 1 foot is on the ground, 1 foot is in the water. There is a castle behind them. The structure looks to be sound. So this is the air element. Again, this is mental activity. This is someone not being able to move themselves forward, not being able to make a decision, feeling completely bound up and almost not knowing what to do. And then we see the Six of Cups. Again, childhood memories, something from the past, relating or cooperating. And then the Two of Cups, partnership, planning. Because of the Eight of Swords here, there's no movement going forward. And what would be the result? This slow-moving energy that seems to be a person that could actually be waiting. And perhaps the querent needs to clear their mind and make the decision to move forward, unbound themselves and get out of their heads and make a move, right? So that is one story weaved. And let's move to our Six of Pentacles, okay? So in the Six of Pentacles, what I chose to do for this spread was to shuffle the cards and pull 3 cards, pull the cards and lay them in front of the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles would be last. All right, so the Fool in Tarot, this is the beginning. This is taking a risk. This is a whole new journey. This is someone literally leaping off the precipice and making a journey, moving forward. So for this spread, being the first card in our spread of 4, we're going to read it as if there was an opportunity or a risk to be taken, and someone took it. And then the 5 of Pentacles shows loss and needing assistance, and 5s are change. So this Fool took a risk, took a leap, and it didn't turn out so well for them. And we're looking now at the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands represents carrying a burden, also kind of having a struggle, move forward. But the 10s are also, 10s represent an outcome or a completion. So the 10 of Wands, although this person has quite a load and they're carrying it and they're struggling, there is a house in the background. They're heading home. So that's a good part of the 10 of Wands. You know it's coming to a completion. And then you see our 6 of Pentacles, and we know this is assistance and this is financial aid. This is someone helping. This is justice in action. So this person took a risk. It did not work out well for them. It left them at a loss. They had to carry the burden and struggle to try to get back on track, and someone assisted them in doing that. That's how I read these 4 cards. Let's switch these 4 cards around. We'll put the 5 of Pentacles first. Let's put the 10 of Wands next. We'll put the 6 of Pentacles, and we'll put the Fool. Okay, so we've moved these cards around. Now this is what our 4 card spread looks like. And so we look at the 5 of Pentacles. There was a change. Someone is hurting, they're lost, they're trying to find a new direction. The change didn't work out well for them, or they're going through a change that's very difficult. The 10 of Wands, they're carrying a burden. Really, it's a burden, it's a struggle. Someone comes in with the 6 of Pentacles and helps them financially to end their struggle. And the Fool, because it's all about new beginnings and fresh starts, now they end up in a beautiful placement with the Fool. So that's how I would read these 4 cards. Okay, are you following? If you have questions, put those questions in the comment, because I promise I will answer you. Now we're going to move to our 6 of Wands. And when I was shuffling for the 6 of Wands, with my intention to pull cards representing something that we could read, hopefully meaningful to you, 2 cards just flew out. So I went with those 2 cards, and I started to shuffle again, and it was just kind of like, no, let's just stick with 3 cards. So here's what we have. We have, with the 6 of Wands, we have the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. 7s represent evaluating and reflecting, and in this case, this individual on this card looks like they're defending their position. They're holding their own. They've reached some place, and they are at the top of a mountain, and they are holding their position. The next card, the 7 of Pentacles, represents, again, evaluating, reflecting, and money. So this 7 of Wands, the fire, the motivation, this individual is evaluating how to hold their place, how to keep their place. And the 7 of Pentacles says they're evaluating how to hold on to their money, or how to make more money, how to grow these pentacles. And then we see the 6 of Wands. Well, this is a triumph. This is the victory card. So the 3 together would say there's been some part of defending your own gain, and then evaluating that how you're going to keep it, and that you're successful in doing just that. Those are the 3 cards there. Now if we move we have the 7 of Wands, and we put the 6 of Wands first, and then we put the 7 of Pentacles after. Again, this could be someone holding their own. Maybe there's a competition and they've reached the summit, and they are making sure that no one takes their place. And then the 6 of Wands represents that they have triumphed. They have a victory. They have completed what it is that they were motivated to make happen. And now we have the 7 of Pentacles. So they are in triumph, and there's financial reward. And the financial reward is what they're evaluating, what to do with this now. So that's a really nice read. very interesting what came up when I was shuffling for the Six of Swords. Here we have, in this order, Temperance, the Seven of Swords, and Judgment. Well, I know we haven't talked about the Major Arcana yet. The Temperance card. This is number 14 in the Major Arcana. And what we're seeing in this card is an angel. And this angel has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. There are yellow irises and there's a sun rising. That yellow energy is all about our human essence and how we animate ourselves, our physical beings. And this angel, who I identify with as Archangel Michael, this angel is pouring water from one cup to another, back and forth. Is it pouring up or down and not spilling a drop? This represents living in both sides of our world. So living here in the physical and also in the spiritual. And there's a really cool symbol that is in the middle of this angel's chest. I'm just going to hold this up to hopefully show you. If you can see, in the middle of his chest there is a square, and within the square there's a triangle. Symbology, esoteric symbology, shows that square represents our physicality and the physical world that we live in, even the 4 elements that are most common to us. And then the 3-sided triangle represents the higher worlds, the ether, the spiritual world. And this is a beautiful card, and it's the number 14, and 14 and a half is 7. So we see 7 sides to the symbol that's in the angel's chest. There's so much I will say about this when we get to the Major Arcana. Also, in basic mundane meaning for the Temperance card, it means moderation. It means balance in all things. And also a card of alchemy, literally changing the elements, mixing the element of water and fire without dousing the water or smoking the fire. It's a beautiful card. And then we have our Six of Swords, which we know has to do with assistance, and it has to do with air and definitely movement. It's in a boat, and we're leaving choppy shores for calm shores. Then we come to the Judgment card. The Judgment card. This is the last card in the Major Arcana, number 22. And this card, when you look really closely at this card, and you see the angel Gabriel, and he is blowing his trumpet. This represents these bodies rising out of the coffins. The coffins represent the physical, and the bodies rising out represent the spiritual. So this is answering the call to higher self. This is answering the call to your spiritual purpose. We have this 3-card spread. We've got Temperance, we've got the 6 of Swords, and we have Judgment. 6s are yeses in my world, and I would say that someone has been doing a balancing act and really working toward their higher self to know themselves, and they are actually in a journey, a spiritual journey to their higher self, and the Judgment card says you're exactly where you need to be. You are exactly doing what you need to do. Now we can switch these cards around in any way we want. Let's put the 6 of Swords first, and then Temperance, and then Judgment. We'll look at those. You know what that means, right? A journey into my higher self, my angelic side, and it's the right thing. It's where I need to be. The Judgment isn't judging that you've done this wrong or you've done that wrong. The Judgment card represents how we reach our higher self, and that that is possible for us to reach our higher self, and that these 2 angelic cards come up with the 6 of Swords. It's beautiful no matter which way you turn them around. I love that the last spread ended up like this, because it reminds me that a big reason that I chose to share tarot and my experience with you is because I think we are amazing. Just that we are human beings, just that we are here, we're amazing. And the angels, guys, they're here with us. They really are. It's a matter of hearing them. And if we don't hear them, acknowledge them. And if you don't believe in angels, that's okay. Maybe you believe in your ancestors, or you believe in your animal totems, or you believe in your higher self. Whatever it is that you believe in, I hope that you believe in yourself and any aspect that can help you feel good about being you. And maybe take on the Six of Swords and be of assistance and of service to others. I hope this has been informative and meaningful to you. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that like button. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.